Hello and welcome to a very special episode of BFM's 89.9 Seconds, a show in which we try to give you some views on news in just under 90 seconds. Now, as you can perhaps tell, I am not surrounded by my usual motley crew of BFMers. Instead, I have Ong Kian Ming, MP from Serdang, Khalid Samad, Shah Alam MP, and our Sivarasa Subang MP. And I'm Lee Chwi Lynn. Today, we are talking Selangor because that's what everyone's talking about. We are talking about Khalid Ibrahim, snap elections, and Pakatan. Let's get started. Our first topic of the day is one that's been dominating the headlines in one form or another. Is Khalid Ibrahim a bad man?
Well, is he a bad man? Is he a criminal? I say, well, I don't have enough evidence of that now.
None of us do, really, I suppose.
But we are, and we're not lodging MACC reports or police reports against him, contrary to his own expectations. But I would say, is he a bad leader? Yes, because he doesn't listen to the party. He disregards the party's instructions or Pakatan's instructions. We have serious policy differences, and these are all arisen over the last few months. And we've said, well, since the beginning of the year or end of last year, and we've decided it's time to change him.
However, if he was, a bad leader, and a bad leader is a very strong phrase to use, one doesn't become a bad leader overnight. He has, however, been kept on for a second term. I mean, why put him up again if that was the case? Why the sudden change now?
No, I think he did a good job in the first term in terms of putting us on good finances. But I think moving on to the second term, we need a clearer direction and vision for the future, and we haven't seen that coming from Tan Sri Khalid.
I think when he was for the first term, he was still learning the ropes, and he was still open to discussion because he just became the Menteri Besar. So he needed a lot of help on how to handle the job, right? So there was a lot of discussion in the initial years, in the first few years.
But the key differences over KIDEX, the water issue, the fee payments for businesses, the Bank Islam issue, all those came up in the last 9 months or so.
Yeah, and I would say he's a bad politician.
Our second topic is a look at what might happen if this doesn't resolve itself peacefully soon. Are snap elections the solution? Your thoughts?
Yeah, snap elections are not the solution, but unfortunately
solution.
It may be the final way out, which obviously we hope we don't have to come to that. Personally, I feel that the responsibility has to be borne by Tan Sri Khalid Ibrahim himself. I mean, we've seen changes of Menteri Besar occurring in other places, in other states. I mean, only just a few months before, we had a change in the Menteri Besar of Terengganu, and
he resigned quietly.
I mean, he accepted the instruction from
went gently
from
into
his
that good
party,
night.
and I think this is the main problem. The main problem is that he doesn't seem to realize that he was appointed by the party.
But how does this bode for the party should snap elections occur? I mean, is this something... Because it's something that nobody seems to want.
Yes, obviously, because number one is a lot of waste of money.
We just had one a year ago.
a lot of waste of time and so on and so forth.
And
resources and all that. And we want to get, our main business, our core business, which is of governing the state and running it efficiently, to be the main concern and the main activity.
And why have an election when the three parties have 44 seats out of a 56-seat assembly? I mean, it doesn't make sense at all.
And yet it's something that could occur. And should it occur,
I would say that it's because of Tan Sri Khalid.
It should be avoided at all costs.
Yes, it should be avoided at all costs. And if it happens, it's on his head.
Our third and final topic is also possibly kind of the biggest one of the day. Has Pakatan failed Selangor as indicated by the recent UMCDL survey, which indicate approval ratings at 35%? Some Selangorians may feel that way.
I think we are in danger of failing people in Selangor if we continue the way we are doing things. We have not managed to convince the people that we can manage issues like the water issue, public infrastructure, waste management, and the seizure of the BM Bible.
And with all these issues, I mean, how do you prioritize? Where do you start? It's a long list.
I think it starts with leadership.
And that's why I think if we didn't remove Tan Sri Khalid, we would be failing Selangor.
Okay.
It's by removing Tan Sri Khalid is that we're doing our best not to fail Selangor.
But by removing Tan Sri Khalid in this fashion, or with this sort of long played out situation in the national press, I mean, how does that bode for Pakatan and the rest of the term?
No, I think we need to do it now, before it's too late, before it's 4 years, 5 years, and we have no chance to show people in Selangor that we have a positive agenda to move forward in the state. Right now, we're just caught too much in this cycle of bickering and also internal problems that does not seem to have a problem, does not seem to have a solution at the end of the tunnel. So we need to do this quickly and do it soon.
That concludes this week's episode of 89.9 Seconds. As always, we look forward to your comments. Please leave them for us. If you would like more videos like this, subscribe to video.bfm.my. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.